The Germans have seen them before. When Green Party members riot against an American military base, assault a civilian airport, or beat up their opponents on the street, they present themselves deliberately as an ugly mob. The painted hair sticks out crazily, the drugs are flaunted, the degree of contempt for civilization is itself a weapon, the terror weapon used by the Nazis before them. It is a movement with worldwide ambitions. The World Wildlife Fund, through its president, Prince Philip of England, announces its determination to prevent the deforestation of the tropics. The fund enlists the agencies of the United Nations against the efforts of underdeveloped nations to build cities, farms, and factories. They coordinate with population specialists whose clinics work relentlessly against childbirth. That's from Chapter 16, Anthropologists Against Indians, in the book Treason in America, from Aaron Bird or Averell Harriman by Anton Chitkin. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I'm sure many of you are busily ensconced in front of the mind control tube watching the football game this evening, but my mind is turned to different matters. Think of the last couple of years, the first couple of years of the Barry Soetoro / Barack Obama presidency as a winnowing period, where any people who would, for any reason, become disillusioned with the president will be thrown to the side. If people have not become disillusioned with the corporate shill, the Wall Street sellout, the big money financier-backed piece of shit that occupies the White House, they will never wake up to the fact that he is a complete sellout, useless piece of shit. So the first 2 years have winnowed away those who will fall away from the great Messiah. Take the abrupt firing of Keith Olbermann as an example of what is to come. Anybody who has their nose currently up the president's ass is no longer permitted to, on occasion, pull said nose from said ass in order to breathe a breath of fresh air and maybe make a critical comment or two on the administration. Not really attacking the president, the Messiah, the anointed fucking Savior himself, but perhaps having a negative comment or two here and there interspersed just to prove that they have a brain of their own. So any would-be outspoken, so-called, canned, in-the-pocket leftists who want to even burp or make a fucking sound will be singled out, will be fired. The president has also signaled that he is willing to further give away everything that anybody could ever stand for and anything that ever made this country anything more than a third world dictatorship police state, which is exactly where we are heading. Putting the head of GE in charge of your great group to promote job development is just the first in what is sure to be a long series of gutless, fucking, remorseless attacking of the middle class. And what do you suppose Mr. Soetoro / Obama is going to talk about during the State of the Union address on Tuesday? Do you suppose he's going to say how things really are? Do you think he's going to propose radical changes that are actually going to promote job development in this country? Do you think he is going to suggest that we rein in the excesses of Wall Street? Do you suppose that he might think that taxing the ultra-rich might have some purpose or future for the benefit of this fucking country? Do you think that he might be talking about, if you want to say, let's do something different with healthcare reform, that maybe we should go with a single-payer system and tell the fucking private insurance companies with their fucking rip-off policies to go get fucking bent? Do you suppose that he's going to say any of those things? No. Do you know what the Wall Street puppet shill, piece of shit, asshole motherfucker will do? He will continue this slow degradation by compromising with the ultra-radical Republicans who now want to cut the federal workforce by an egregious amount, because let us not forget the mantra of these people. We're in this mess not because of Wall Street financiers, not because of ridiculous fucking speculation and finance fucking capital. We're not in this mess because of the ultra-rich and the fucking banks and the finance companies. No, 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 no. We're in this mess because of unions and because of government workers. It's their attempt to make class warfare between the poor, destitute, out of work, homeless people living on the fucking street who have fucking nothing, and those who still cling to a precarious fucking job in the only sector in this fucking country that still has employees, and that is the federal government. Rather than pointing the swords at the necks of the fucking people who have raped this fucking country and everybody in it, and that is the ultra-rich, the banks, and finance capital. So, what's his message going to be? We need to compromise with the radical right gutting Republicans. And we need to cut spending. And we need to reduce the federal workforce. And we need to do something about those awful unions that brought us to the brink of this economic collapse. We will not address any real issues because that, of course, would give up the game entirely. So expect this year, I have dubbed it as no compromise, no quarter in 2011, because this is precisely what this year is going to be about. It's going to be about compromising your fucking life away. Because compromise to these motherfuckers is selling you and everything you fucking own for nothing to a fucking bank or a finance company to support these same fucking institutions. And I say to you that you have to be the one that says there is going to be no compromise and no quarter. Because there is no one in Washington, D.C. that is going to stand up for you. They're all rat motherfuckers. And you watch. This is my prediction for this year, and that's why I called it the year of no compromise and no quarter, because it's down to us as individuals, as groups. Because this year is going to be the year of making deals, behind the scenes, backdoor sellouts, and fuck jobs on the American people to finally destroy and dismantle every single fucking program that they can get their grubby fucking hands on, so that at the end of the fucking year, you have nothing fucking left. That's what this year is. And if you're fine with that, then continue watching your football and ignore my outburst. If you're not, I expect you to do something about it. Thank you. Good night.